Indiana Fever and former Iowa star Caitlin Clark continues her ascension as one of the top figures in women's basketball and in sports. Time magazine named Clark as their Athlete of the Year.
Caitlin Clark, a college phenomenon and WNBA superstar sensation, has now claimed Athlete of the Year. It's a fairy tale ending to a historic season. Or is it just the beginning?
She broke the college basketball career scoring record in her senior season at Iowa, led the Hawkeyes to a second straight Final Four. She then turned pro, and as the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, Clark won Rookie of the Year, led the Indiana Fever to their first playoff appearance in 8 years, and is the second female star to win the honor for Time magazine, following the footsteps of gymnastics great Simone Biles in 2021.
In a tell-all interview, Caitlin Clark spills the tea on her roller coaster rookie year, from record-breaking highs to behind-the-scenes lows. These 10 revelations will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the sporting world's brightest star. Clark holds nothing back, discussing her so-called rivalry with Angel Reese, league jealousy during her entry, her controversial Olympic snub, and even the firing of Coach Christy Sides. Stick around, as at the end, she shares her thoughts on the off-season, her true feelings about WNBA legends, and her aspirations for her sophomore year.
I feel like so much has happened over the course of last year, from when I started my last college season and not knowing if that would actually be my last season, whether I was deciding to come back to college or turn pro, and now sitting here like I'm done with my first professional season, and so much has happened. And
Caitlin Clark steps onto the WNBA court for the first time, carrying the weight of immense expectations. Yet, her calm demeanor speaks volumes. She's poised to silence the doubters, and that's exactly what she did. In a jaw-dropping rookie season, Clark shattered an astounding 62 WNBA records. This feat followed an already stellar college career, where she became the NCAA all-time leading scorer. From three-pointers to assists, Clark was rewriting the rookie record books in every way possible. However, her impact went far beyond the stat sheet. Clark's electrifying play transformed the entire Indiana Fever team, making WNBA games a must-see event. To keep up with surging fan interest, the Fever had to move to larger arenas, with one regular season game in Washington drawing over 20,000 fans, a new league record.
For the longest time, the WNBA has been trying to get on this global scale, and I feel like that's the direction they are finally headed. I think that WNBA fans have always been proud supporters and pushers of the advancements of this league, but sometimes it takes a certain star of a certain caliber to really just expand and explode the league from the inside out, and that's what Caitlin Clark is.
The Clark effect sent shockwaves through the sports world. Her jersey sales skyrocketed, and her influence on league revenue was unprecedented, contributing nearly 30% of the WNBA's total revenue. Now, let's dive into Clark's take on the juiciest stories from her rookie season.
Whether it was, making the national championship game or getting the Fever back to the playoffs since 2016, there's just a lot to be proud of, and it all happened so fast, like it's hard to appreciate in the moment and kind of understand in the moment, but it's been fun to reflect on.
While Caitlin Clark was breaking records on the court, the media stirred up drama off it. The narrative of a fierce rivalry between Clark and Angel Reese took center stage, captivating fans and igniting social media. But was this story too good to be true? In a revealing interview with Time, Caitlin Clark set the record straight about the so-called rivalry with Angel Reese. "I don't get that at all," Clark said, dismissing the idea. She acknowledged their competitive battles but emphasized, "We're not best friends by any means, but we're very respectful of one another." Clark also pointed out the lack of direct matchups between them, saying, "When have I ever guarded her, and when has she guarded me?" She expressed frustration that the media frenzy overshadowed their performances. "Why don't you talk about them winning, or the incredible run that we went on that nobody would have thought we would have ever gone on?"
But yeah, I mean, I think, what she's done with her platform has been absolutely incredible. And, she has an entire fan base that has supported her and what she did at, Maryland and then LSU. Like, obviously, I've played her for a very long time and she's been a tremendous player. So, it's been fun getting to compete against. I think it's been really good for the game. Like, people just love seeing great matchups.
Clark's message rang clear. Focus on the game, not the gossip. She called out those fueling the drama, saying, "A lot of people that wanted to have opinions on what was happening probably didn't even watch half the games." It's a powerful reminder to celebrate athletes for their skills, not off-court theatrics.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Clark's transition from college superstar to WNBA rookie hit hard. The stark differences between college and pro ball became apparent quickly. Her debut game saw 20 points, but also 3 assists and a staggering 10 turnovers. A record, but not the one she had hoped for. The seamless play she'd mastered in college? Gone. It was just so choppy, Clark admitted, describing a team and coach still figuring each other out. Adapting to her once-in-a-generation style wasn't easy, and the team's defense, as she bluntly put it, was really bad. But Clark isn't one to back down. She dug deep, learning with each game. Her teammates became more attuned to her rhythm. Her coach gave her the freedom to play her game, and those turnovers, they began to drop. Even on tough nights, Clark's confidence never wavered. "This is so annoying because I know I'm literally right there, of being one of the best players in the league," she'd tell herself.
Feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Now, as Clark looks ahead, her ambition burns brighter than ever. "I'm just scratching the surface," she declares, ready to leave her mark on the WNBA. The world is watching.
He, until the day before the Olympic team was leaked, was convinced she was going to be on the team. That is the maddest thing with USA basketball. Like, she was convinced she was on the team until the day before it was leaked. That's mental.
Caitlin Clark's journey to the top wasn't without obstacles. Despite her dazzling 30.7 three-pointer game, her agent delivered shocking news. She wasn't making the Olympic team. The snub stung, but Clark's reaction showed maturity and class. Instead of lashing out, she shut down suggestions that her marketing potential should secure her spot. "I don't want to be there because I can bring attention," Clark stated. "I want to be there because they think I'm good enough. That narrative upset me because it's unfair. It disrespects the players who earned their spots and disrespects me." Her words reflected both humility and resolve, as she owned up to her early season struggles. Yet, the setback fueled her competitive spirit. After the Olympic break, Clark scorched the league. She led the Fever on a 4-game winning streak, shattered records for assists and three-pointers, and helped secure the Fever's first postseason appearance in nearly a decade. Her rise silenced critics and reignited her ambitions. Looking ahead, Clark has her sights set on the 2028 Olympic team. "It's a huge, huge goal," she declared, determination shining through. The Olympic snub wasn't a defeat. It was the spark for her next chapter.
Everyone else is seeing this angle. I'm calling her in, and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
Caitlin Clark's incredible season hit an unexpected twist during a playoff game against the Connecticut Sun. In a routine play, DeJohnny Carrington accidentally poked Clark in the eye, sparking a media frenzy. However, Clark's reaction showcased her maturity and composure. Instead of retaliating or embracing victimhood, she quickly defended Carrington, dismissing any accusations of intent. "Never once did it cross my mind that it was on purpose," Clark stated. "I've been poked in the eye many times playing basketball. It happens." She criticized the media's tendency to fuel unnecessary drama, calling attention to a gender double standard. If this happened in the NBA, Would anyone question Tyrese Halliburton about poking Steph Curry in the eye the next day? Clark's level-headed approach highlighted her leadership and resilience, proving once again why she's a game-changer on and off the court.
Circling back on the play with your eye, what would you say to the crowd of people that think a hit like that was intentional and maybe even warrants a suspension?
It wasn't intentional by any means. You just watched the play. It wasn't intentional.
All right, thanks, Caitlin.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark's debut season was far from smooth. Earlier, she suffered a ruptured eardrum and endured an unusual number of flagrant fouls. Yet, through it all, Clark stayed focused on her game and upheld respect for her peers. The eye poke incident, though unfortunate, revealed her remarkable character. It underscored her ability to remain grounded and committed to her values, even amid challenges. Clark's composure in such moments became a defining trait of her rookie year, highlighting her maturity and resilience both on and off the court.
One of the things that Caitlin once again pushed forward is saying, look, I know that my star power has come with a lot of benefits in such a short amount of time, specifically her rookie season, but I also don't want to negate the fact that there was a lot of work done for me to even get to this point, for the league to get to this point, and I'm just excited to be part of the crew that's going to help just continue to grow and move this league forward.
Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise to stardom wasn't without challenges. In a candid interview, the rookie sensation admitted feeling like the most controversial person, a surprising revelation from someone who appeared to have it all. The intense spotlight brought relentless media scrutiny and endless social media chatter about her game, personality, and personal life. Clark found herself caught in debates she never sought, expressing frustration over manufactured drama. To stay focused, she adopted an unexpected strategy, staying off social media during the season. This self-imposed blackout helped her prioritize what mattered most, her performance. Her coach, Christy Sides, likened the attention to Beatlemania, marveling at Clark's resilience under pressure. "I have a great skill of just blocking it out," Clark said confidently. Looking ahead, she hopes to shift the conversation toward the game itself, urging fans and critics alike to focus on basketball, not the surrounding drama.
So many records she broke, not only in college, not only her rookie season. So much has been accomplished for the Indiana Fever. They broke the WNBA home attendance for a single franchise. I mean, I believe the Mystics and the Fever game was the most viewed WNBA game ever in history, single game attendance. So just so many things have happened in such a short amount of time on the back of Caitlin Clark. But I love the fact that she's also given credit where credit is due, because as we know, that was a big conversation when she entered the league, and she said, look, there's enough love to go around, and if you're not a fan of Caitlin Clark, I don't see how you read this article and don't become one.
Caitlin Clark's rise to stardom has been marked by a refreshing dose of self-awareness. "I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege," Clark stated. She acknowledged that the WNBA was built on the brilliance of Black players and emphasized the importance of appreciating their contributions. "The more we can elevate Black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing," she said. Clark's appearance on Saturday Night Live showcased her commitment to this vision, as she used the platform to honor WNBA legends like Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, and Cheryl Swoops.
"It's just one step for the WNBA. Thanks to all the great players like Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, the great Dawn Staley, and my basketball hero, Maya Moore. These are the women that kicked down the door so I could walk inside. So I want to thank them tonight for laying the foundation."
Caitlin Clark's acknowledgement of privilege and respect for the game's history reflects her maturity. While she believes she's earned her success through dedication and skill, Clark also calls for elevating all women in sports, regardless of race. She uses her platform to advocate for greater investment in players who built the WNBA, particularly Black women whose contributions have shaped the league. Her message is clear. Appreciating and highlighting these contributions is essential to fostering positive change in the industry, showing that true progress comes from unity and recognition.
Huge overhaul of the organization as they move into the big time. A new team president in the door, a new general manager in the door, and now a new head coach in the door as Christy Sides was shown the door.
While Caitlin Clark made headlines, the Indiana Fever were undergoing significant changes. The team's decision to replace Christy Sides with Stephanie White as head coach caught the attention of many, including Clark. Known for her honesty, Clark didn't shy away from discussing the struggles under Sides' leadership, admitting that the team didn't always have the best game plans. With White taking the reins, there's a renewed sense of energy. Clark is enthusiastic about White's strategic approach, with the coach's experience, including leading the Fever to the WNBA Finals, bringing valuable knowledge that will help Clark refine her game and elevate the team's performance.
It's our job then as coaches to continue to put them in positions to succeed, and our job as a franchise to put the pieces around them that will fill some of the gaps and fill some of the holes, and ultimately our goal is to win championships and to hang banners.
Caitlin Clark's rise to stardom has thrust her into the spotlight, but she remains focused on her role as a player. At just 22 years old, she is navigating the complexities of being the new face of the WNBA while understanding the responsibility that comes with it. Despite her growing fame, Clark remains humble, often joking, "I'm actually not the general manager of the team," reminding everyone of her primary goal: to play and perform at the highest level for the Indiana Fever. With expectations running high for the upcoming season, Clark is eager to embrace a new chapter in the team's history, especially with Stephanie White taking over as head coach. White's experience and leadership are seen as a fresh start for the Fever, and Clark is excited to grow and refine her skills under her guidance. Beyond basketball, Clark has also embraced the activism that the WNBA is known for. She recognizes her influence and is committed to using her platform to create a safer, more inclusive environment for players, even while acknowledging the challenges of speaking out on sensitive topics. With her balanced and thoughtful approach, Clark is determined to elevate the game and continue being a force for good, both on and off the court. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.